Alright, boys and girls, we're gonna go for a ride on the 700. Funny story, yesterday I went mudding on this 450, like mudding, and my SD card on GoPro actually was full, so everything, like I couldn't record anymore, and the GoPro died, and my phone was dead, so it was pretty crappy. I got 1 bar of gas, so hopefully we can do a little ride today, nothing crazy. It's gonna be fun though. So probably not too much mudding, like we're gonna do trail action. Probably not mudding though. Like, I've been riding a lot today. I actually reset the trip. So far I've put 44 miles on it. I am in Canada. But like for some reason this machine's an American, but like we bought it in a Canadian dealership. I don't know what's up with that. Like it's in miles per hour right now. So yeah, we're gonna do a little trail riding, and hopefully we don't get stuck. I did actually dig myself a new hole in 4-wheel drive on the 700 today. It's a little bit muddy. It's not, I wasn't like doing anything dumb. Kind of made myself a nice little hole that I got stuck in. So I'm not gonna go through that, but actually I might go through it. It depends. I was like, the one side's so deep. If you guys have been watching the channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's like 2 spots where it's just, well, the one side's so deep and muddy, because it's like in the swamp over here, but it's not in the swamp. It's like, I don't know. I think in the future, probably next video, honestly, I'm actually gonna expand a lot of our trails out, because like these trails, as you can see, they're pretty tight on the 700. The 450, they're like perfect, but the 700 is just a wider machine. See, like I barely fit through these trees, right? But yeah, we're gonna see. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So up here, we used to go through there and go through that mud pit, and then we used to come through here to go through that mud pit because that fell, and then a tree in there fell. So now we're going through this mud pit. But I'm probably gonna take that tree down because that's a nice little hole there. I made this little side trail because coming like straight off, that's pretty tight. So this is what I'm talking about. This little low spot, like this is gonna be a new hole, and that is very deep. My winch doesn't work. I'm gonna hit it in 4-wheel drive. It's gonna push me into that way. Look at that. Oh dude, this sucks. It's like, and I can't even get to the brake. Okay. Oh, my feet are already wet. That's diff lock reverse. Oh, dude, that's so wet. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, I'm gonna get my foot wet here. Oh, there we go. Yes! Wow, let's go. So glad I didn't get stuck in there. So that and this exact same problem. If you haven't already, go check out my 450 videos. Insanely stuck in here. Here, I should get a stick and show you guys. It is like knee deep. Let me find a stick. Look, I can't break this. Alright, look. It's so deep, dude. You get bombed out and then you get stuck on the roots. And then once your tires get, it doesn't look that deep, but once your tires get spinning, that's like a foot. That's kind of embarrassing on camera, but if you haven't already, go check out my 450 video from last week. I got stuck in there really bad, so yeah. Like, it's just, this whole area is just a low spot. Really, half my force is good, and the other half is mud and water. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing. Which we recently moved like 3 or 4 years ago, so like we're not new. Like I've gone through this entire forest looking for new trails to make and open areas. Like you would think, oh, go through there. That is so bad. It's so thick through there, and it's just like kind of frustrating, honestly, because most of this forest is very in tight and close, and we don't have like one of those skid steer shredders to put on the end. And it's really not worth it to rent one. So for now, I've been doing everything with the chainsaw and a sawzall, a DeWalt sawzall. It's been doing great, but like with the sawzall, I can't really cut anything bigger than that. Which kind of sucks, because I didn't make most of the trails myself. If there's like a big tree that like has to go down, my dad will use the chainsaw, but mostly it's all me with the electric saw, which gets the job done. But it would be nice to use the chainsaw. See, like I just want to make this entire. See, like, look how deep that water is. I want to make this entire thing, get out all of the trees except for like the ones my dad wants for firewood. Get everything down. So like pines. So pines, pines are fine to get rid of. These ones, I forget that. Oak he wants, and maple he wants. Everything else I can get rid of. Make sure nothing rubs here. Okay. And then like that tree fell. This used to be a trail, but I don't know. Like in this entire thing, I just want all mud trails, honestly. It'd be kind of sick to just have a huge mud trail and like have like 15 of my buddies just come over on the 4-wheelers just to mud, because everyone local around me has Kodiaks, because where I live, there's not crazy mud. Like everything I post is basically the maximum amount of mud that you're gonna get on a channel from my area, or just in general from my area. Nothing's like crazy deep. But the water level where I live is pretty high all the time. Like most of our trails are underwater. Like the swamp, if I'm standing in the rut, it's almost like, if my tire's in the rut, it's about this deep. So that's 3 feet, 2.5 feet deep, I guess. You can Google how high that is. I'm not gonna measure, but their trails are pretty like, they're rideable. They're just, sometimes if you're looking to just, you know, get out there and just ride without being in the mud, it's not really enjoyable, because our trails are just so muddy and our forest is so tight. It's just a very tight forest. So yeah, I don't know, like I just cleared out 180 trees right here, and it's still pretty tight for this tree fort. Yeah, it's still pretty tight. But I opened this up. This is nice. I cut that tree down with the sawzall. I need to get rid of that with the chainsaw. But like, our trails aren't horrible, but honestly, I wish they were better. If I could, I would do, like I was saying, I would do that entire spot all swamp. Just leave that and that marshy area, and then our swamp all the way at the back left corner of our property. I would just leave that. Everything else, like, I would mulch this. Just shred all the crappy trees that I would have cut down for that marsh, and just mulch everything, so the trails are more comfortable, and then probably expand the trails in width, so they're more easier to ride. But this forest over here is pretty nice to ride. It's pretty wide, but it's also mainly muddy. I'll come show y'all. Like I said, if you guys have been watching the channel, every Thursday or Friday, depends when I can get a video out, because I know I'm younger, but I am pretty busy. You know, things are always going on. I live on a farm, so we're doing something, and on those days, I'm probably recording for my dad, for my other channel. So, like, this is very open, but it's also partially because the water level, like, our water levels, like, if it's, the water's deep, it's up to here. Like, bottom of that moss, so it's, like, up to the fenders, right below the rack, which is crazy. And, like, up here, like, everywhere the moss isn't, that's what it usually is. It hasn't really rained in like 3 or 4 weeks, like a month basically. So it's been a while. It's been a while since it's rained. So like the other day, this was all muck and nasty. Like you could barely go through it in 2-wheel drive. And now everything's just dried up. It's been a while. Dude, this spot's so good for sledding in the winter, like right here, because I live near a lake, so all the wind off the lake, like, you can't tell or hear it from the camera right now, but it's got a decent breeze. There was just a breeze in the beginning of the video, so there's usually always a breeze all day, every day here, which is kind of nice to work in when you're outside in the scorching hot sun. So all the snow gets pushed in this corner, and it's really good for like just deep snow riding. In general, our field is great for riding in terms of snow, because all the, like, we have a forest across the road which stops most of the wind, but it can get very windy where we live. So all this is just all deep snow most of the time. Usually like right in front of the forests are pretty deep. Like last year, I was riding the Enticer on that big forest, kind of like where my berm is. If you guys have watched, I have a berm over there. And it was about 4 or 5 feet deep. Like you would jump off your sled, because we had a packed trail all around. You jump off your sled and you're like up to your waist. Like up to your chest. Like you're swimming in the snow. When it's fluffy, it's like just above your waist. Which is crazy. And in this back corner, like I was saying, that's also even worse. I love riding around my fields. I hate how most of the corners are blind, because it depends which way you're coming from. If you're coming from the way I am right now, that corner I just passed and the sand corner over there is super blind. From both ways, you can never see who's coming around the corner. Oh, I forgot I gotta run out of gas. Yeah, so I've been doing a little bit more 700 videos because the 450 is currently absolutely kind of no. But I'm not playing with y'all. The machine is so clapped. Both the CV shafts toast. The CV boots, there's weeds in the CV boots and mud because they broke open. Right? So I need 2 new CV shafts, because the actual boots, like, I can't just replace the boot anymore. Like, the CV shafts are totaled. So like, I can't even ride that. Original 2014 oil. This is a 2016 Yamaha Kodiak 700 Special Edition. So this one is way nicer, power steering. The other one's clapped, like I said. We need CV shafts, original 2014 oil. Don't know what my dad was doing on that. Not trying to be rude, but you know, you'd think the guy would change the oil. But it's not a very high kilometer machine. It's got like 400 kilometers on it, and we don't do much crazy stuff until we really moved here, because that's when we got the mud pit over there. But it hasn't really seen, like, it's seen crazy stuff. Like, I flipped it once, but really the only damage is that was, this bar was bent a little bit down like that, and I have a little crack here from me. But then my dad did this one. That wasn't me, that was my dad. And then what else? It needs a skid plate. That's kind of just basic. I hit a stump. You know, that wasn't intentional, obviously. I hit a stump, so that needs a new skid plate. What else? Oil, CV shafts, skid plate. Oh, the tires are kind of cooked on it. It's got like, you know, I'm kind of over exaggerating with everything, but the tires are like, these tires have, reset the trip, let's see. No. It's got 1,586 miles on it. I don't know if it's miles or kilometers. And the tires are pretty good. About a finger in a little bit, you know. About a finger. These are way better than the 450s. The 450s got like, you see this little piece right here? That's how high it is, like maybe that high. There's not much left on them. That one's also 2014, so it has seen roads before this one has. But I don't go on the road at all on both of the machines. Like, I'll, you know, maybe go between our entrance and the farm entrance here. That's about it. But yeah, it's like, the 450 just needs a couple things, and then that'll get it back to life. So yeah, it just needs a little bit of love. Honestly, if I could go back, dude, if I, like, my dad told me so many times, don't spin the tires in the mud hole. If I could go back and not be irresponsible with that machine, I would do anything to go back in time and not do what I did to that machine. There's mistakes happen, things happen. Like, I rolled it. That, like, I regretted that, but like I said, things could have been so much worse. I rolled it, like, I hit a little bump, I didn't see it, and I, like, went up, and it landed on the front left tire, and it kind of, like, tumbled over me. I kind of jumped off of it midair. I don't know if I should have stayed on it or not, but, yeah, kind of jumped off of it midair, because I didn't want to die. I didn't have a scratch on me. I was very lucky. Like, the bars weren't bent. Things could have been way worse. They weren't, which I'm very glad about. I got really lucky in that scenario. CV shafts, my dad told me a billion times he couldn't do much more. It was kind of all me. Wasn't really smart about that. I was also like 10, so yeah, they've been broken about for like 2 years. Or no, well, I started spinning the tires when I was 10 on that machine, and like abusing it. Like, I rolled it when I was 10, but like, the CV shaft just recently broke last year. It's been a year and a month, like 4 days ago, since the CV shafts broke. I can't really pass 40 kilometers or else the whole rear end will start bouncing, and obviously you get that clicking noise, which really frustrates me. But yeah. Oh, I just got a fly to the eye. Oh crap, hold on. Oh, that hurt, dude. Jeez Louise. I don't have my goggles on today. do is end it here. Go ahead, like, subscribe, you know, do all that jazz. It really supports me and helps me. It's a small channel. I got like 85 subscribers. My videos, you guys have been doing great. The videos have been popping off. I've got like 200 views on every video, like 80 to 200 views on every long video. I really appreciate that. My shorts usually average about 500 to 2,000 views. So you guys are doing great. Keep it up. Love the support. Catch you on the next one.